You know, in every neighborhood, there's always that one kid. Not the kid who breaks windows with slingshots. Not the kid who sneaks into shops and runs off with candy. No, I'm talking about that kid, the one who thinks he's the smartest, funniest, cleverest person in the entire world. The one who never, ever admits he's wrong. Well, in our street, that kid was Bilal. Now, let me be clear, Bilal wasn't a bad boy. Not at all. In fact, he was usually cheerful, full of energy, and he never missed a chance to make people laugh. But Bilal had a very big problem. He always had to talk back. If his teacher said, "Bilal, please sit down," he'd reply, "I am sitting. I'm just doing it stylishly." If his uncle warned, "Don't play cricket near the flower beds," Bilal would grin and say, "I wasn't. The ball went there by itself." If his grandmother reminded him, "Bilal, don't eat too many chips, you'll get a stomachache," Bilal would proudly declare, "I'm building a chip-powered stomach." Oh yes, Bilal had a reply for everything. The family's frustration. His parents tried everything to fix this habit. First, they gave him stern looks, the kind that could make even the bravest kid freeze in his tracks. But Bilal? He just smiled back like he was in a staring contest. Next, they took away his screen time. No cartoons, no games. Bilal shrugged and said, "Fine, I'll just invent new jokes in my head." Finally, they tried ignoring him during his so-called talk-back tournaments, as his dad jokingly called them. But that only made Bilal puff out his chest and think, "Aha! They've got nothing to say. I've won again." At school, things weren't any better. One Monday morning, the teacher said, "Bilal, please open your book to page 34. Bilal sighed loudly, like a hero facing great tragedy. "Ma'am, are you sure? Because page 34 looks a little suspicious." "Suspicious?" the teacher asked, raising an eyebrow. "Yes," Bilal nodded seriously, pointing at the book. "It's upside down." The whole class roared with laughter. The teacher, however, was not amused. One sunny afternoon, Bilal was playing cricket in the street with his friends. Everyone knew that their neighbor, old Mr. Imran, was famous for two things. One is growing the prettiest roses in the city, and second, yelling at anyone who came near them. So when the ball rolled close to the roses, Mr. Imran stormed out, waving his cane. "Bilal! Don't hit the ball near my garden!" Of course, Bilal grinned and shouted back, "Don't worry, uncle. My aim is perfect. I never miss." 2 minutes later, the cricket ball flew directly into Mr. Imran's prized roses. Bilal dashed forward, grabbed the ball, and held it up like a hero with a treasure. "See? I got it back. Mission successful." Mr. Imran didn't reply. He just glared, his jaw tight. His roses, well, they were no longer the prettiest in the city. A week later, Bilal's little cousin Ali came to visit. Ali was curious about everything and loved asking questions. Why is the sky blue?" he asked. Bilal, smirking, answered, "Because it's too shy to be pink." What's inside a coconut?" "Tiny coconut people with laptops," Bilal said without missing a beat. And poor Ali actually believed him. Later, when Ali proudly told the whole family about the coconut people with laptops, everyone laughed, everyone except Ali. His little face turned red with embarrassment. Bilal's mother frowned. "Bilal, you need to be kind to those younger than you." "Kind?" Bilal puffed out his chest. "I am kind. I'm teaching him things." Yes, Bilal really believed he was being educational. When the school announced the Parents' Day play, Bilal was given a simple role, a villager who warns everyone about a storm. He only had to say one line. "The storm is coming." But during practice, the teacher said, "Bilal, say your line loudly and clearly." Bilal smirked and shouted, "The storm is coming! Everyone panic! Run for your lives!" The class burst out laughing. The teacher sighed. "No, Bilal. just the original line. But my version is better, more dramatic, more award-winning, Bilal insisted. By performance day, the teacher had replaced him with another student. Bilal's important role? Holding up the backdrop curtain. One Friday evening, Bilal's grandmother invited the whole family for dinner. The living room buzzed with chatter, clinking teacups, and the smell of biryani. One sharp-tongued auntie said, "Bilal, you've grown taller, but still as naughty as ever?" Bilal grinned and replied, "I learned from the best, auntie." The room went silent. His father's eyebrows nearly shot off his forehead. Another auntie asked, "Bilal dear, do you help your mother in the kitchen?" "Of course," Bilal said proudly. "I taste the food to make sure it's edible. I'm like the quality control manager." The aunties exchanged looks. His mother gave him the "I'll talk to you later" look. The very next day, Bilal's father decided something had to change. "Bilal," he said firmly, "we're going to visit your great-grandfather today." Great-grandfather lived in a small village. He was 90 years old, with a snowy white beard, a wooden walking stick, and sharp eyes that missed nothing. He had zero tolerance for nonsense. When Bilal cheerfully greeted him with, "Hi, Grandpa. Still chasing chickens around the village?" Great-grandfather didn't laugh. Instead, he said, "Bilal, come with me." He led Bilal to a field where younger children were playing. "Today you will take care of them," he said. Bilal groaned. "But Grandpa, they're so small, and noisy, and—" "No talking back," Great-grandfather said firmly. "You must make sure they are safe, fed, and happy. All day." At first, it was fun. Bilal taught them a new game. They laughed, he laughed, everything seemed fine. But soon chaos erupted. One boy cried because his marble was stolen. Two girls argued loudly about turns. A toddler wandered dangerously close to the goat pen. "Wait, wait, wait!" Bilal panicked, chasing after them. "Stop fighting! No, don't eat that! Where's your shoe?" By lunchtime, Bilal's hair stuck up in every direction. He had been pulled, pushed, shouted at, and hugged all at once. Great-grandfather watched from a distance, smiling. That evening, as the sun painted the sky orange, Great-grandfather sat with Bilal. "So, how was your day?" he asked. Bilal groaned. "Exhausting. They don't listen. They talk back. They—" He stopped mid-sentence. Great-grandfather raised an eyebrow. "Ah, now you understand." Bilal's eyes widened. "That's what I do, isn't it?" Great-grandfather nodded. "When you talk back to elders, it makes their job harder. And when you tease the younger ones, you hurt their feelings. Respect goes both ways, Bilal. Give it, and you'll get it." For once, Bilal had nothing to say. When Bilal returned home, his parents noticed something different. When his mother said, "Bilal, please set the table," he replied, "Okay, Mom," and did it. When his teacher asked him to open his book, he simply smiled and followed instructions. And when little Ali asked, "Bye, what's inside a coconut?" Bilal smiled kindly and said, "Milk and soft white flesh." "Let's crack one open so you can see." Ali's face lit up with joy. Now, don't get me wrong, Bilal was still Bilal. He still loved a good joke. He still enjoyed making people laugh. But now, he had learned something important. Sometimes the smartest thing you can say is nothing at all. And when people said, "Bilal, you've changed," he'd smile and reply, Maybe I've just grown up a little." Respecting elders, being kind to the younger ones isn't just about good manners. It's about making the world softer, kinder, and easier for everyone. Words can build or break, choose wisely.